1, 2, 3, 4! Run up your engine! Time for the Scotty Kilmer channel. Today I'm going to help you answer the question, should you buy a turbocharged car? Now, many modern cars like this Ford Focus titanium flex fuel do have turbochargers in them. And they do it for one main reason. This one is turbocharged and has gasoline direct fuel injection. Now, this is done for one main reason. You get a smaller engine, a turbocharger gives it a lot more power. So you can have a small engine, but still have a lot of power. And get good gas mileage at the same time. And here's how it works. The turbocharger is connected to the exhaust system. It spins really fast and it compresses air and sends extra air into the engine. And by pumping all that extra air in, effectively, it increases the compression inside the engine, like making the engine a higher compression engine with more power. But turbos do have their downsides. For one, theoretically, you'll get better gas mileage because you're ramming more air in, but most people that are driving with turbos are always stepping on the gas really hard to go fast, and that negates it, and you actually get worse gas mileage from driving faster all the time. And that's certainly the case with me. Anytime I drive a turbo, they get horrible gas mileage because I'm always driving like a maniac. And if you're the type of person that doesn't change your oil very often, the turbos will wear out. The engine oil lubricates the turbos too, and they spin at hundreds of thousands of RPMs. Dirty oil destroys them quickly. And all that extra pressure inside the engine, yes, they will wear out somewhat faster than a normally aspirated car that doesn't have a turbocharger on it. Now, modern turbos are pretty sophisticated though. I remember years ago when I was a kid, a friend had a Kawasaki motorcycle that had a turbocharger on it, and it scared the heck out of me. Because back in those days, they had really bad turbo lag. You'd give it a lot of gas, nothing would happen, then in a second or two later, it would take off like mad, and that Kawasaki scared me so much I got off it and never got back on it. Now, modern cars don't suffer from turbo lag. They're all electronically fuel injected. The computers are so sophisticated, there's seamless acceleration. You don't have any problems with turbo lag. But do realize that many turbos need to run on premium gas for them to run correctly. Some of the modern ones don't. But if you don't use high test in them, they won't have the horsepower that they will if you use premium gas. So when you take all this into consideration and realize that turbochargers cost an awful lot of money and they do eventually wear out, when I want good gas mileage, I go for a 4-cylinder engine that's set up for good gas mileage that doesn't have a turbocharger. And if I want power, I go for a car that's got a bigger engine that isn't turbocharged. Now, ultimately, it's your money, but if you're cheap like me, you might think about not buying a turbo car, especially if you keep your cars a long time and put a lot of mileage on them. So if you never want to miss another one of my new car repair videos, remember to ring that bell.